It is a real pleasure today to stand in front of you to have the ability to talk about Simba Corp and the journey that we have begun today with the foundation. As many of you might not know, Simba started in 1968 with my dear father, who was a used car dealer. He used to go drive up to Mombasa or to Kisumu or to Eldoret, buy one or two cars while he was employed, and he would bring those cars back, and then on a Saturday and Sunday he would sell those cars and make a small profit. So everything in life starts with small beginnings, and I think this is exactly what we are trying to do here today. We're trying to create small beginnings for people that had no hope, for people that want to do things but had no opportunity. So I think this is extremely important that we who are here to help continue to do this, because by giving hope to people, we will build this country into an incredible country. Because I think one of the things that is fundamental for us in Kenya is that we have incredible people. Don't you agree? Kenyans today, in many of the reports I read, are always leading. We also lead in bad things. We lead in the corruption indexes, and we lead in things where unfortunately we don't have control. So I think we should leave that to the people who have control, but we should lead in the things that we can control, which is growing our economy, which is growing our people, and making sure that we have the ability to show Africa in the best of lights. Simba has a company that has many interests. And from those small beginnings in 1968 on motor sales, we moved into hospitality, we do some real estate, and we have some financial services. And our idea is, through the foundation, we will impart this knowledge to people that need that opportunity. My father and my mother have always promoted people. My mother fed people on the street. My father invested in people. And we have, as a family, invested into healthcare through the Lions Hospital, where we have a clinic named in my mother's name. So a lot of these things we did, but we did them without a capacity to make them sustainable. And I think this is extremely important. Whenever you have a foundation, you need a foundation that is a sustainable foundation. We don't do something today and then forget about it tomorrow. We need to do things which are going to be things that will continue in our lifetime, in our children's lifetime, and in their children's lifetime. Because I think this is what is missing in a lot of people. They look at a project, they do it, and then they forget. That's not what Simba would like to do. Our tagline is putting African communities in the driving seat. That's exactly what I'm saying. Putting our communities in a better place so that they and their families can progress. The role of the private sector, I believe, together with our partnership with the Loans Board and with foreign governments like Austria and Germany and Strathmore and people like Manubhai, who are doing this for years and years and years, we need to do more. I think the private sector has been sitting back and watching. And I think this is something that we need as business leaders to push our colleagues and make sure that these people come to the party. Come to the party and contribute back to the communities in which they serve. This is fundamental. And I think this is something that we seem to forget, that we have an obligation. It is not a service, it's an obligation as people who are profiting from society to give back to that society. And I think this is where private sector really needs to do more.